Nonsia abo ade somamba ha Adom TV nsem ekoso man mu ebre no aso se de beso mo sa Adom TV anwumre nonsia kase nsem de doso ye pa enso de mu akotene ya betene bi eni Attorney General abebo amane wo say national service scandal no se de jumbo so me afi mu nanka ejina 548 million Ghana cedis no se ni bi aba beka ho ntia ju 2.2 billion Ghana cedis mo se me de beso ewo kase emu na kanisi o ema National Food and Buffer Store Company enso so nsem bia wode ya todwa wakasa ede ya fa yakita shepro yensem bia Attorney General okaya wo chire mu ese no ho ebon mu ho no so nsem ebehwe na ye de asom ewo kase emu Executive Director Emma Africa Center for Retirement Research enso so ni Adom kase de nkomo o si mfienso ni esika won mo je me pension for anya kura no budget 300 cedis be ye mfienso ni de timu ande timu sakraye bia embaye wo sesika na emu sansemi apomoden edwade obi man so kensie ni nyina aka ho makase ni demo na ewie pay Facebook /Adom TV Extra DSTV Go TV kwa insemi etwagumo live ho no share so www.adomonline.com ko insempe ya twere go ma podcast so ho no mo a ubenya bi etie medin ediokatachi eji skapa yentwa ya ho yembra ya ba said nsebisi fatia no meshasi ma mention sem no wase emfa emamo Segana this year beshane so adwumbo so me afi mo no empanyefo ye nhwemo bi no de mane bo betu dwa echiremo se national service sikasembi atosini empanyefo bi de mo nsa kekesika na sabre no mo no mo chirem sika ahwero mayi nko ano 548 million Ghana cedis ene Attorney General Dominica Yeni asabebo amane o se national service scandal we see no sika ne baba be ka ho se ene de 2.2 billion Ghana cedis.
Attorney General Edison Abokane, Executive Director Ma National Service Authority, Osei SCB entry ene na bediechire gift oware ewo National Service Authority scandal mu abra accountability series course no Attorney General de atudwa se sika na womo enim se ye 548 million Ghana cedis ana ye nhwehwemu a womo ye jumbo some no akonenim abra womo koye auditing foforo eye forensic ibi.
Also, I wish to announce that the Auditor General has conducted a forensic audit into the NSA, the National Service Scandal, and the total amount of money stolen or illegally spent now stands at 2.2 billion, and not the 548 million that was uncovered by my investigators as at June 2025. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I have here a copy of the Auditor General's report. Again, painstaking investigation is very important in criminal matters. And so, based upon what the Auditor General has done, and this is a forensic audit, okay? Forensic audit means that they've gone beyond what ordinary, auditing would have done. And so, we are going to, based upon this, in some cases, change the charge, amend our charge sheets in order to bring fresh charges.
Was signed to just say, Enshwemo efa a sky train, ketasishene proye bi a course no national service, DRIP, national lotteries, SML, national ambulance, any de account bino, womo wie, emunshwemo.
Our investigators, have diligently concluded investigations in the following cases: the Sky Train, National Service Ghost Name Scandal, District Road Improvement Project or DRIP, National Lotteries, Palgo Multipurpose Dam, SML, Frontier Healthcare Services, Free Wi-Fi, National Ambulance, Bonkra Integrated Inland Logistics Terminal, Sputnik V vaccines case, and the land looting cases.
Attorney General Dominica Yeni switch him with second CEO Emma National Food and Buffer Store Company. Hanan Abdul Wahab and Hokeni Faiza Seydouuni adia omode 78 million Ghana cedis seke osusu se womdo mosabu omwedi e free afempino na dombo twene mu kosi afempino ado no 9 mo wonjai wo mo ema wonfa wo ho endi na emom no ya de se obebo won mo kwadu.
Attorney General ede abetudwa se na dwumemu wo eye ne office aye wona adwene se wo mo de sumbo eba bebo eye Kane Chief Executive Officer Emma Buffer Stock Hanan Abdul Wahab one ne hu kani Faiza Seydouuni se wo mo abokro no wo ma kan no abom etu anamon abokro no pa eye oman no esika.
Within the period between 2017 and 2024, Mr. Abdul Wahab, in concert with Richard Samasanti and Bismarck Usubuachi, orchestrated a transfer of 78,269,084 Ghana cedis and 4 pesos from the bank accounts of Buffer Stock Company to a private company linked to Hanan Abdul Wahab, his wife, and staff of Buffer Stock at Republic Bank and EcoBank. Evidence shows that the funds were instantly retransferred to companies owned by Abdul Wahab himself and companies and entities owned and associated with him and his wife.
Was signed to just say kwan a womo fa so edidi dwa eye sika afama enye kwan papa no womo enhyehyeye ne se womo esisi adan eye real estate bi.
We need to do a good job. Accountability costs resources. Accountability, takes time. And so it is important that Ghanaians are patient so that we have the kind of results that I'm announcing today. Not that I will rush to court. Defense lawyers will come and raise objections, throw my case out, and then the same Ghanaians who wanted me to go to court expeditiously will now turn around and say that Ayine is an incompetent attorney general. I was never an incompetent lawyer in private practice. I don't want to be an incompetent lawyer in public service. So I want us to take our time to do the kind of work that I'm announcing today. And I want to also let you know that I'm under no pressure from any quarters to cut any deals.
Intino wasa insemia hono kanisi o ema National Food and Buffer Stock Company eye Hanan Abdul Wahab obi ya no wasensem ateni general kan de fa ne ho nyina no ebosirim kansem no kure bi anim.
Kani Chief Executive Officer Buffer Stock Abdul Wahab Hanan edi abetu dwa sensem a womo de atudwa no nukure bi anim enya de a bibia saa ewom efa de omo kafa ne ho no wo kirema ne ho mo asem nim ewo kwan bia so enu ntino wo de ato na lawyer for anim se womo entu so anamon na ono nso aya hoboa pa se asem onim no ono nso ede bekopie mu ewo court owo gidie pa se asem no nukure bia ewom no ebeba abedede wo kirema ono de owo ho no nimpa se emra de eye djuma ewo mamuwa enu ntinu wobehwe se emra no ebeye ne djuma
yemfi sansem ne so na afie ni nchiremu ewo nsem fofremu na donkuma yomra shebedwafie won meba no deni Alexander Fenyoma akemakasa edi afa ban na gina tukwa wote ye ne ntino won mu yom hwehwemu nyina wieye kane Chief Justice won mu eyi agine dibre edi efri ne nsem mechere tokuno wo kiremu edi a won mu niam mo ye ni nyina ne ya de etia kedima mkebia ye wo maigana mu.
Dom kitwana no ewo mrashibedwem de oda wona no Alexander Fenyoma edi atudwa se sa committee amo ne homoden kra se womo edi standard ebeye adwuma na womo de ntempara na ama judgment a womo dwene ho kra womo entiase odi atudwa se
4 of the members of the committee are judges, a retired Supreme Court judge and 2 sitting Supreme Court judges. You have 3 petitions before you. You are done with the hearing of 1. You tell the person, the respondent, being Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isabatokunu, and her lawyers, that come back on the 15th for us to begin the hearing of the second petitioner's petition. Then suddenly, the second petitioner's lawyers write for a long adjournment, and out of the blue, a report is purportedly done, recommending her removal. The Kwaman Committee must be ashamed of itself. That committee has reduced our democracy to something that cannot have a phrase to describe. That you are a committee, a constitutional body, a constitutional committee under Article 146. You have been given a docket, so to speak, to handle. You are not done with the hearing. You say you are done with the decision. I'm sure if our friends were in office, were in opposition, and this had happened under an NPP government, hell would have broken loose.
Adom TV anwumre no se akase na agoso ya wo hwe we no kwakwakoye nkaibo nti hye ne so se Enterprise Life won mo enam mo boafo pagumedie so ode October bosomeda etoso aduonu wenan ahye so na we no mo hwe ne mu se wo mo ebetumi de mo dwumedie na hye so na so manfo mapomodensem no wahwe ede amo mo enya de setekusi mpo akrampo no ombeji edie fru bia ho nti we ni bekoso ewo tachiman sunyani station no ewo tachiman ti se edua no dwubo modern aso betumi de wani akere no ti se yemo jamro so a ombehwe de ama hepatitis B ni nyina no ombehwe de ama e bia na wo no pese wokọ na doctors for ne di nkomo na de foto bi ma wo de fo apomodin sam ni nyina a doctors we ombeje bre na so mahwe de ama no wodi nkomo de wo so ye ne de ni kwan se wo ye international so say ye Enterprise Life for one for pagumedie ebekoso ewo sunyani station no ebo tachiman October bosome de to so no nine afiye motibo modern ase bre no dua obetumi de wani akire mo hono na so apomodin sim akohwe ye nya de se bejo bibia medin edo katachi ejis kapa ye ntwa ye ho ye nja brafo nkrato ye ba ensem ne bia ka ekire de besom esanso mo akwa bia memra Adom TV anwumre no nsia ka sei so ma ye nto a yensem no weso kanema mpanyin na bedi akire yan prempren wo hwe so betumi atu franka ede ama NPP amanyukuo no Dr. Baumiane semo de atojo se Ghana adehye se wo mo pempuntu nkanko no pese bibia tumi ye de ne nyina ne gina kandini a owani so de hono papa na ne nyina na nye obi ono no wa ahonyade no woni ba pebre ye atwa no ho ehye no nti no abato so pese odi mu nkonemu de bomoden a so betumi aye panyin bia obetumi onya nhyehyeye bia gu akoma ebeboa e o man mpuntu e na nkanko emu na emom se wode wani ahonyade e ba be campaign ya de de emfa
Dr. Baumiade nsɛm yi to dwa wabra ɔde ne nto aboko pie mu ɛwɔ Doma West abatom pesua so ɛwɔ bono mantam mu wabra ene ɔde ne kyerɛ Doma East, Doma West ɛne Doma Central na ɔne esiahene ne eto ahene fo atwetwe nkomo na no ase ɛna ɔde ato dwa sɛ Ghana fo ɛnhwɛ obi sika ho na ɔde ato aba ne mu adwene ɛya wɔ nipa ne trim ɛne nsusu ye papa ɔde bɛboa mo ɔman no akɔ n'anim firi sɛ nipa ɔbɛwa bi di mampani no ɛnyɛ ɔno ane botom sika ɛna ɔde ba bɛbu ɔman no
ubɛyɛ ɔmampani ɛwɔ Ghana ha Enfa sika wo ubotom enye ubotom sika na wode be hwe Ghana fo eye ubotom sika enti untimi nkasa mi wo sika enti be hwe me property ena be to abama me enye no sa eye adwen a ewo utim unimdia wo utim o ideas eno ena ede empuntu enfa so na ahoto ebe Ghana fo enti enye sikasem it is about ideas
eno achiri na dwumtrani de ma MPP amanyukuo no e Doma West abatom pesua so Kwame Usu enso di tudwa se
Afimpinu aduonu wenum Africa Climate Dialogue Jumedi mpanyifo de share so won kramantam na emu na Jumedi na say no Minister of State for Climate Change and Sustainability said Wisifu okopia sie bi ore to Ghana de hye nyina anim say bana se wium sesa e wo so mo so etumi ahwe ne ma bia ye won wo yabodie mu na mo so etumi sesa
Oswafo a ono na hwe ewiemu sachaye ehun nsem ene ne kanko Seidu Isifu kasa ewo Africa Climate Dialogue 2025 ewo nkran wodi to just say aban no ede nhihye egu akwemu National Climate Change Sustainability Hub na chese womo ebesi bebia enhwehwemu na bekoso afa ewiemu sachaye na omanfo enyamu nimde na niema ekutia ewiemu sachaye no oman Ghana etimi etusu anamo.
One of our flagship initiatives is the plan to establish a National Climate Change and Sustainability Hub, a center of excellence dedicated to driving policy innovation, capacity building, and knowledge exchange. This hub will serve as a national platform for research, data sharing, cross-sectoral collaboration, and bridging the gap between science policy and practice.
Or signed it to just say, and who be here pass say a choir, or mine ebe faso, a day two and a more after you such a yehono, and choir or man for enim dear and kabum, a year nature-based solution, leno and a beboa.
Nature-based solutions offer a transformative approach to addressing climate and developmental challenges simultaneously. Whether it is through mangrove restoration that protects coastal communities, agroforestry that enhances food security, or wetland conservation that purifies water and regulates floods, nature-based demonstrates that environmental stewardship and economic growth can and must go hand in hand.
Environmental Protection Agency mpanyefo so many abresa krodom omodin sheyegu akwemu pan yinkramanta menemo odbani edi akire pan galamsefo yi a eye na wo mo niam makwakosoa edi ho dwumom de ban kramanta mbe ho dwuma die ni nyina no ometumi ayiro mo page na sane ma ni nyina so eto etwa.
Deputy Chief Executive Officer Ma Environmental Protection Agency EPA Professor Michael Ayamga edi atudwa se Naimos Ejumedi a womo edi egu akwam etu womanfo a womonam kwan boni so etu agudie eye galamsey eso sano safoi edwane afri bebi a womutu agudie no ama sese womo de ye goldi de mfutuo wo ho bi edi abankran na womo mfichire ana womo ehoro gold no ewo.
So, yeah, it's the greed of some individuals in our society going overboard, and we are very much resolved in our effort to bring this under control, and wherever they are, in whatever form they take, we'll go after them. Are doing everything they can. Some hide them in vehicles, bring them to the cities, actually pound them and try to watch them even in their backyards. And I'm only saying that it is becoming an issue of danger for even those who live in the city. Imagine washing gold and pouring the water in your backyard where you have a garden and vegetables. Yes, it's polluting. It's been a practice some time back. They used to say some Asians were doing it but it looks like some people are increasingly doing it. And one of my staff over the weekend was telling me that we have to intensify our monitoring. And I think that this is a call on all of us as citizens, that if you live somewhere and somebody is pounding these things behind you, it's not his business. It's your business to ensure that dangerous activities like this don't go undetected and unpunished. I think that I let the authorities.
Ayento Ayen Weso na Accra Metropolitan Assembly, one more Director of Public Health, the Dinya Florence Kuchi, with you many more phobia, one more Edibumu Edra Tonton Wanyama, Ewo Agboblusi, in Canin China or Yadia Wairomo Pechi.
Accra Metropolitan Assembly AMA any joy cleanup campaign a womo edi ahihye so no ene dey womo de bepiemo ewo agboblushi sene na no dai de betu manim se womo chie enipa hodo bi edwedifo no ene nso no womo chie edwedifo enan ana womo edidwa ewo gata so womo a womo to meko a meko no unse ase no na proper openi a wono ene di eye dwumadie no enim ama womo eye no eye Florence Kuchi ono ene ba ahonidie hu nsem ano a oda no wo Accra Metropolitan Assembly AMA oni Adom News in Central for twetwen komo no what the efutu sem say ene tudwa
ya ba for the past 4 years now afi bia ya ba still they be no mugu ho because me fan say na ye court ne na mbe yent ni ye merry go round me say merry go round na ya jai yes ye nye merry go round bi ye be ye merry go come ya chewa enye say ye de oni amako usika na gu ho no say wo mba de ide de nyana makwa akoma orphanage because omuhia ba say wo ba ye de oni amabe ma o ye nka say ye mfa ne nti niama na ye de ya ache ye ba ye hu say niama gu ho ni re ni ho baby niama no gu nye ene ya fa niama no nti say onim say ye wo de anu waba na wabe yi wa no ye chewo na say wo ba ye de wo court. That is the thing ye de wo be court emra ni wo bedi emra be bu fo near court beka say tuano wutimi tua na waba
medin e de prince owusu esiedu Adom
and I'm saying why you're telling my Ghana emu no man for no be for kwati so no matwe afem wo man mo nti no wo kire dia ama palm oil industry say no mo nwumedi omudi nyina na ebibie wo honom sika so hwere na hwere wo mo we ho nti no palm oil palm development association of Ghana omo da desire to Ghana ban nim sentempa won hwe won di ho djuma emfa mo manya sa de o man yanka yenso a yebeka yasere.
Oil Palm Development Association of Ghana ne one more kase ochirima woyem chichi one more pa wonsem nyina ene se omanfo bi na kwambone so wafa engokokoi bi adidi djuma one more ewiadi fro manyimu ekomie foforo ekoton.
Previous government ne ka say or the policy directive by say obi a de anwa ana enwo beba no fa tema port ana takra de port na tuya duty omum peso mbetu yanti no om de fa togo no mo dia fa sankase north wo no matwea begum na rewusem as of today 90% of enwo aye dia na enwo aye di no okọ market wa ni nyina aye enwo ne anwo a ya smuggle anasi ya fa kwati kwan dia ba entimi nton ye de ya nwa te okọ big company like GOPDC Woma Nopam all the big companies are in almost produce Frytor, Hayat, it be so ye King's Oil. O come market na unhu ba ko kra product no ba ko kra ni ho. Na yen kan hu say ye industry ne employ close to 1.2 million people. And it is so ntimi nton mo ne ma e den ye unemployed straight.
We know one more Sunday to buy any say Adaroma, one funny she being more common city away on border, I would draw an also near a month for faculty council a day, and Wokoi if you may more a command for Frosono, one will be to me actually one more.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Sunny or a new oil palm hono, no what me I want so this is Capudu Besemuno, minim say, Ubetimia so Sidia Mancroft, who say yes, you are the true president. Now, yes, a small girl and I have you trust. Mwani nkomo na emma ensika pudu a odi besa oyu pa mu enko waste. I know you do it. Na mwanya yen we have about 1.2 million people feeding on that crop. Mwanya emrena ebe nimu no mobeti enka.
Amenyina sansi mi so yentwa ye ho ne nkwaje aboafo nkrato ye ba ye dapomodensem ebeto aso. Samu akwa bebiem Adom TV anyumre no nsia kasi yeso ma yen sharp modensem ye koso my Ghana emo president Emma Ghana Physician Assistance Association Peter Akudugu wode adesere nkrema ne Ghana aban no se won mu enua no meche physician assistance gusu atifie na dama aban ne fa won mu engu adwuma se de be yen kronkuma mu betumi de o makonom makwakọ ye adwuma adwuma mfo no nkwa.
President Emma Ghana Physician Assistance Association Peter Akudugu Ayamba edi atudwa se mfiensieni a womo members ewie school nanso no womo enye adwuma enye ewo man mu ha nanso no hwe ayaresabia hodo a bebre na ni eye physician assistant bi wo kasa ewo womo 22nd annual general conference watch nsem mu say
so beyond physician assistant BSc, that is where you would work until you retire if you don't divert to another program. And that is one of our major challenges. For everybody who is going to a profession is looking at how do I progress, how do I grow myself, how do I develop. And we see that as a major hindrance to the profession. The second issue has to do with the fact that for over 6 years, there hasn't been financial clearance for physician assistants. So the unemployment rate for physician assistants has been so great. And that has been a major problem.
Director of Policy Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation Division at Ghana Health Service, Dr. Samuel Kwabena Boachi Boatin Aojinemu Kasa Emma, Director General, Emma Ghana Health Service. What did you just say? Asweye a woman ewe apomode hu nsem ne aban no etie woman nsem no ewa supemu pa na yade a woman betu so anamon.
It was a show be price sana abaye almost can say omoduma no I say omutu ko woni say if the career progression abaye di dey say o ye teacher assistant again na almost be to ya boa o e to can say do am pepe le ya na say o so be doctor for e do na you know say tisa e bi so be doctor o die o be nya ke o me teacher assistant na ni wo mu se mu ke na bi o specialized kakra se bi a o ye ENT wa ye o hwe ni o da ene o ye there the kakra bi a afi anan me atom do say o penu mom mo say be person be doctors and after them say no fee say say the policies and the kind of about the to e ma me so me so say aban no is na come so say bi be ya bodo be ye
apomodin de na hyene so Enterprise Life one more de omoboafo project akopie mu ewo Sunyani station no ewo Techiman October bosome de toso de no na ya fie mu mo hwe manfo apomodin sem de ama mo tekusempo anya de ombeje ti se ehia ne se brand da no job betumi de wani akire mo no bi anso so apomodin sem wetumi ahwe de ama hwe ni mo ombeje ti se bia hepatitis B na person mo hwe mbehwa ama kokro na ato no fumo so betumi ahwe de ama bia na person mo hwe mo jambro so nsem de ama ni nyina no mbehwa ama nso so wo hono ma ebia person ko na doctor fo edi nkomo na oje ya apomodin ho nimdie bi de fu mo nchen ya de ombeje bread ama na ni nyina so no mo na wo de ho nkomo Enterprise Life wo boafo pajumedi October 24th and on the stage medi hihye so wo Sunyani station no ewo Techiman bomodin ase bre no adura onso betumi de wani akire mo hono mo bi na apomodin sem mo matumi ahwe de ama yentwa ye ho mbra ye ba ye de ekoso dwadie mu ebeso afi ye hwe de ekoso ewo idwadie nsoso mu executive director Emma Africa Center for Retirement Research Abdallah Mashood ono so nsem odi atodwa osi mfienso ni panifo hye ya wonu ma yesika omutua edema wonu mo makoma ho gibre mu 300 cedis de tima de timo enya de ansakara ye bia aba eba sa ne so ne ha adwempe wo sem panifo hye no motumi ensakara ye bi ewo
Africa Center for Retirement Research and Frederick Ebert Stiftang akawntoma bomu a wonomo ede stakeholders engagement bi ahyehyɛ so a wenyina ede fa wonomo alternative pensions indexation model fofra wonomo hwese obetumi ede aba amanaboa adwumayefo a wonomo ewo ahomegye mu ewo wonomo kakra bosomi bia wotumi enya na we wo dwumadi na se ene ni panyimpa wono ene da Africa Center for Retirement Research ano Abdallah Mashood atwetwe nkomo kyerɛ se obi pimu omanga na mu a ɛha adwene pa ne nyina ne se wo for ko me jima bosomi bia 300 Ghana cedis ana wono mo eje be se mfinhia enso enia we ensakrai bia wono mo enyenye emfanfa ho.
It has been stuck at 300 Ghana cedis for 7 successive years, that is from 2019 all the way up to 2025, and you know, it's impacting on incidence of poverty. We have high poverty incidence among the pensioner population, and it is so because we have weaknesses in the pension indexation model that we are currently using. Imagine a case where somebody is receiving 300 Ghana cedis at the end of the month, and somebody is receiving 201 Ghana cedis at the end of the month. It's not only impacting the disparities in pension distribution, but it's also impacting the financial sustainability of the system.
We no sanity just be piemu o man mu a uyi omanfo wa homegye mu enum gina ho a omu miensa de ohia buburu na wono mu ewo mu nyina ne se susudua ye de esi wo de hwese obi ewo sika no wono mu eni biwi na de to dwase wono mu ewo abotoye mpa se enkosi January bosome wa fimpinu ne duno ensia mu no na mpanyifo agisansa krai fofra wono mu edi bayi atomse ne be ya omanfo wono mu ewo homegye mu so ebetiminya bibi eso ani ede ato wo ho bosome bia.
So if you take the poverty threshold of $2 per day, you realize that about 60, we're talking about 3 out of every 5 pensioners are considered poor. And they struggle to, to live, they struggle in retirement. And poverty incidence among the pensioner population is very, very, very high.
Menyina sansi me so yesa ankwaji abofo nkrato ye ba agudie mu nsem ye de beto aso.
Meda se so guso Adom TV amra so jebre na agugde mu nsema ya boaboa no memmono petim wadre na yenwremu Kumase Asante Kotokotim no enya akodru Morocco omohwe nim se CAF Confederation Cup no omde bepem so Bernard Padibotwe edi akira wode report no emae
bia Kumase Asante Kotoko etuonan Kotoka International Airport nyamenchade omapiem ewo Mohammed VIN International Sports Stadium. Only one team perform work of Morocco and the CAF Confederation Cup preliminary stage second leg and no bepem so. Offendi kaino Kumase Asante Kotoko etna Accra Sports Stadium edin to e kaba ko a went me nsi madaraka. Nyame adoma ifia de da yenimi enumre no wotre and on the second leg no ebepem so na mbrantia omukojina Kumasi Asante Kotoko anemu against Wakano any Aziz Haruna Dari Benjamin Tum Lord Amua Patrick Asiedu Zakaria Fuseni Francis Akwa Ansu Henry Sansona Samba O'Neil Joseph Ablo and Afensu Joseph Amua Seth Kwejo Lord Hilary Adabo Hubert Jehu Sansona Emmanuel and Fuseni Walid Nema Amua Philip Amidu Peter Akwa and Afensu Inusa Adams na Donzo Morefren Ana Albert Amua impemfo edia to yenim say Ghana for any supporters na enya areshim ewo technical team and afeso playing body no ne nidaso ebe fi Nazareth aba enmreya omo de shake up at pem so nyame adom ochina omo de first training ebe
wey ensema odua Bernard Padibotwe wode tuja kana hye no so say kensie ona mu na coach Frimpong Manson ekane no kochi Asante Kotoko de atuja say omanimo esetime ehwe etutu na maye ne ane say teams no dodo na nya players na no mo agya no mo ko eno ade ba ko a edi enya enam so ma teams no entime embo omo ho emodene kana hye no so say enanwumre nso no UEFA Champions League matches awodo a ekoso no primpra ya ka say Athletic Club Bilbao omo Ashe Karabakh ekamiensa omo atimo ba ko sanso ena Galatasaray enso ene Boro Games game no eno so 3-1 eno so no na me aduma ekire nsem no yebesa ede abro hye no so say 7 p.m. Real Madrid and Juventus and so akensie ba ko a omo so ede ebepem so ekina dia kan bia no yebesa ba na yede eno so ede abro within the Cobblestone okomankra ba ko amaka ensuroja edura enwono no mere uno she
Kasia no asi ne mom chane so October boso me de to so adu no wenai Enterprise Life omo de omo for page me de kopie mu osunyane station tachimante bo modin asa obetumi de bani akire mu honom apomodin sem nyina omo hwa ma high blood pressure hepatitis B ni nyina na ya de a omo behwe edi ama medin de okatachi Jessica pa makramo